Just to let you know that bad things happen to TV repair people. Just doing a bit of a tidy up in my home workshop, and all of a sudden it just came on. I was staring at this particular TV, and you probably can't see it until I point it out to you. A line's appeared from nowhere. Are they repairable? No. No. This TV did suffer with a mild water spillage some time ago. I repaired this TV about 3 years ago. It was given to me and I repaired it free of charge. So it doesn't owe me anything, but it just goes to prove that, you know, it happens. It's just a line, and this TV is only used for monitoring purposes, so I'm not going to cry too much. Well, maybe a little bit. We have a Blaupunkt, or Blaupunkt, or Blaupunkt, depending from which side of the bridge you're on, which I've plugged in, and it's on standby. I'm going to try and make it come out of standby by hitting the remote, and I need that red light to turn blue. It's not. So you're possibly thinking, yeah, well, you know, batteries, mate, batteries. Well, there's some buttons here, just underneath. So if I press the buttons, there's the standby button that I'm clicking away at here. It's not doing anything. So I checked the model number, and this is one of those that has a firmware issue from time to time. Firmware, software. It has a 8-legged EEPROM with the information that's basically stored about what the TV is, what it does, how many channels it has, how many inputs it has, and the software, and is it a DVD model, la-di-da-di-da. Good point. Is it a DVD model? No. And they just go corrupt for some strange reason. Maybe the EEPROM burns out and you're left with a TV that is stuck in standby. Occasionally you may get it to come on. I don't think this one has ever come back on. But we have a new chip to put in. Let's put it in and see if it changes anything. It may or it may not, but I thought while I'm here I might as well do it. So let's take the back of it and let's find that particular EEPROM that needs replacing. So here's our chip. You can possibly see it just here at UF11. And I have a replacement one which is just there. Orientation, hopefully you can see there's a little dot on the right hand side, and there's a dot on that right hand side. So it is just a straight swap over. I don't have a heat gun here. Don't really need a heat gun for this. I'll take a bit of solder off. And I'm just going to lag this chip in solder. I was worried about it being a bit too hot. What am I on? 345 it says. Should be okay. So as you can see, I completely shorted out all the pins. I'm in absolutely no rush, but as you can see, it's come off anyway. Well, that part did, and then that part did, and boosh, we're off. Just going to put it where it's not going to cause any damage. Going to put a little bit of flux on. There was plenty of flux Now this is an Amtech flux, and I can't remember which one it is. Does it say? No, I've put it in a syringe. I think this stuff in this syringe here is the 559. I'm trying out some different fluxes. If when you're soldering anything as delicate as this, and you notice that, you know, these are all flowing really well and nice, but some don't, they're usually the ones that are not connected. And if you keep doing that, they'll probably come off and you panic. And there's no need to panic because they're not connected, they're not used for anything. I'm not using a microscope. I'm just using my eyes. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera then. And my eyes are terrible. Just going to have to move the camera out the way a little bit. I'll put it this side. Hopefully you can still see. Can you still see? Where's my monitor? There. I just need to get a bit more flux on it. I need to get to this and be a bit better. That's better. Now if I'd got my stereoscope here. I could have probably done a slightly neater job, or if I'd have used my hot air station, but it's in and it's on and it's clean. Now let's put it back together and test it. You can possibly now see, if I turn this light off, how bad that line is on the screen. There it is. It's a beauty, isn't it? But it happens. Luckily, as I say, it's just a workshop TV. Right, okay. That's soldered in. We need to switch it on. Watch it go bang. We have a red light. Where did I put the remote control? We need that red light to go blue if this remote control is working. Well, that's not turning it blue. Let's turn it on by the... Oh, now it is. I've hit the standby light. So let's see if we get a picture. It should come in kind of first time installation mode. And it does. First time installation. There it is. So I'll screw it all back together. Still can't get the remote to work, so I'm just going to put some new batteries in. Now, no matter what I do, I can't. Just see if any other functions work. Maybe it's just the on-off switch. It is just the on-off switch. Now, just in case you're thinking, must have been the remote control all along, which I did for a second when editing this video, but do remember that we did test it with the on-off switch on the TV itself, and that didn't bring the TV on, where of course now touching the on-off switch does bring the TV on. So if you were thinking that, you were thinking exactly the same as me for a few seconds, but of course we did test it with the switch. So nice try. Surprised it didn't ask. It was almost a waste of time. First time installation, but there you go. I can't imagine for a second that this is one of those Freeview HD ones. But it's only 32-inch, and I'm sure the standard definition picture will knock your socks off, as they say. So if you're having trouble with a Blaupunkt 32-inch TV, it affects the 40 inches as well. It probably affects the 50 inches, to be honest with you. Not all of them have these 8-legged chips. Was it an 8-leg or 4-leg? It was 8 legs, wasn't it? Some of them have the 32-leg NAND chips. Is it finding any channels? Yes, it is. It's finding a few. Being on the boat, I was always under the impression they're kind of hanging out up there for hours. That's fine. My goodness, we have a different visitor. An imposter. This is Morsi, who's my one-eyed cat. Doesn't stop her finding somebody else's cat food though. Anyway. Volume works, channel up and down work, the basic menus work. Is that the time? Look. Look what time I'm recording this. Oh, 23. Okay. I thought it said midnight then. 20 to 12. And the Blaupunkt is sorted. It can go back to its customer. Thank you for watching. I'll do another one as soon as I can be asked, really, I suppose.